Hey everybody, Subby here. So, of course, many of you got the alert on your phone. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning out, and with being July 4th, we have so many events that are planned. I rushed over from the Henry County Emergency Management trailer where we've been keeping a close eye for our parade here in Henry County. I know Rich Hill, you guys, there's a lot of people down in Bates County right now. Butler, Adrian, Archie, under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Now, we don't have to worry about anything tornadic. This is going to be for strong straight line winds and maybe some nickel size hail is possible with this line of storm. The biggest threat here, guys, are going to be strong straight line winds. Taking a look at the winds right now, looks like the strongest pocket is in between Freeman and Archie right now with 65-mile-per-hour winds that's ongoing there. This is going to be just to the south of Freeman. And then, of course, down toward Rich Hill, we do have some, it's a little bit further away from the radar, but we do have some strong winds of 50 to 55 miles per hour. That's going to be heading into Rich Hill. They have their big 4th of July celebration down there. So if you should happen to be watching this stream from down in Rich Hill, just make sure that you have about, there's a cell that had just went over Rich Hill a few minutes ago. That was not the main line. So you have a few minutes to head to your cars and get inside a structure before these winds and small hail reach Rich Hill. Keep in mind that Doppler radar right now is setting at 9-minute refresh rate through the National Weather Service. So you're going to have to be a little bit more proactive than normal because we're not going to get those speedy refresh every 2 minutes. It's going to be every 9 minutes in summertime mode. So there's a chance that they might have switched that, but earlier over Henry County, it was 9-minute refresh rates. So Rich Hill, you guys are going to be getting some of those strong winds here just any minute now. So if anybody has any outdoor activities going on from Peculiar, Harrisonville, Garden City, Archie, Adrian, Butler to Rich Hill, know that you guys are going to be picking up some very strong straight line winds and small hail. And so we're not 100% sure that this line of storms is going to continue off to the east. So those of you that's not affected by this line right now, I'm not even going to give a timeline for you guys because this thing could weaken. So if you live in Warrensburg, Osceola, Warsaw, down in Stockton, Sedalia, I'm not going to put a time track on it because we're not sure if it's going to retain its intensity. Right now, we have every indication that it's going to be going into Cass, Bates, and to parts of Johnson and Henry County and Vernon County with strong straight line winds. Thus, we have this very large severe thunderstorm warning right now. This one here is going to be for the next 31 minutes, and this is for Miami, Lynn, Southern Johnson, Cass, Western Henry, Bates County, Southeastern Jackson, and Western Johnson County in West Central Missouri. This one here in the Springfield area from their National Weather Service has another 45 minutes left on it for Bourbon and Vernon County. So, and again, this is a typical summertime severe thunderstorm. This is where we expect strong straight line winds, possibly downburst winds. You can kind of see how this thing is kind of bowing out just a little bit. So we're going to put a couple time tracks on this for the warning area so you will know when about this is going to affect you. On 59, it is really beginning to speed up as well. All right, so we've got Harrisonville in about 18 minutes. You have a little bit of time left. We got Garden City, 15 minutes. You have a little bit of time to get inside a structure. Adrian, 5 minutes. Urick, 25 minutes. Clinton, 36 minutes. Deepwater, 38 minutes. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and those of you with weather radios, the National Weather Service just said that they are experiencing issues with getting warnings out with the weather radios. So you're not. This is one of the reasons why we always say you have to have layers of protection, because if one falters, you can pick up something else. So weather radios, we can't necessarily depend on them today. So make sure if you have the Weather Call app or have another means to be able to get weather information, you're going to have to go that route today, the way it looks like. All right, so we got Clinton here again, about 39 minutes. Deepwater, 41 minutes. Calhoun, 50 minutes. We've got Butler, 3 minutes. Appleton City, 22 minutes. Deepwater, 36 minutes. Clinton, and then Larry City in 40 minutes. Rich Hill, this should be probably right on top of you right now. We've got Shell City, 17 minutes. Rockville, 18 minutes. Larry City, 38 minutes. Osceola, 39 minutes. We do have a new severe thunderstorm watch that has just been issued by the National Weather Service. We will talk about that here in just a moment. So again, there's that new severe thunderstorm watch. You just see that pop up right onto your screen. Vernon, Benton, Cedar, Hickory, Laclede, Miller, Morgan, Phelps. That is going to be from the National Weather Service out of the Springfield area. So again, the strongest of the winds running from Fort Scott to Rich Hill to Butler, Adrian, Archie, and Harrisonville. And this is moving to the east at a pretty good clip, around 50 to 55 miles per hour. So this is just round one, guys. We do also have another shot of severe thunderstorms as we go into the late afternoon, evenings, from around 6 o'clock p.m. till midnight. So we'll likely going to be talking about more severe thunderstorms as we go into the night. Likely going to ruin a lot of firework displays across the state of Missouri tonight, because the only thing that we can hope for is that this line of storms will what we're hoping for is this line of storms will stabilize the atmosphere tonight. So that's going to be our only saving grace. It's not expected to. We're still expecting strong thunderstorms tonight. But there is a chance this could stabilize the atmosphere and let us have a nice evening tonight. But we'll have to see how this line of storms reacts to the atmosphere. So Bates, Cass, Cooper, Henry, Johnson, and Pettis in the Pleasant Hill Forecast Center is under a severe thunderstorm watch till 7 o'clock tonight. We also have one for Vernon, St. Clair, and Benton County until 7 p.m. tonight with this line of storms. So again, I know we have a lot going on across the area today. Happy Independence Day today, guys, by the way. It's been a busy one for us thus far. So again, Harrisonville, Garden City, you guys are going to be coming up next. Looks like that line of storms had reached the Rich Hill, Butler, Passaic area. Nevada, you guys are going to be here in about another 25 to 30 minutes. You're going to get the southern end of this Boeing line of storm producing up to 60 to 65 mile per hour winds. We do have some reports of winds of that magnitude already along the state line. So that is what we're watching right now. Let me take a look at Dayton. Dayton's got a good bird's eye view of this line of storms and what we can expect. So there you see, that is the shelf cloud that is going to be impacting Butler, Adrian, Garden City, and Harrisonville. And as you can see, it's a pretty healthy line of storms. Just out ahead of it, you will get brief wind gusts at 30 to 40 miles per hour, and then you will actually get. So we've just lost that camera just now too. So they did go ahead and put out a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to include a little bit further to the north. This is going to include Belton, Lone Jack, Pleasant Hill, Peculiar, Harrisonville, and then of course the rest of our cities that we've been watching this line of storms a little bit. We got trees down in Butler. Haley, if you can, and remember guys, if you guys would, any pictures of storm damage that you guys should have, if you would, please go to our link where you can drop them off at here. I'm going to put that into chat. Any reports of, if you guys have any pictures, videos of anything down, I just put it up there in the stream right now. So again, I would appreciate anything that's coming in. You guys are safely able to get a picture or video to us so that we can send to the National Weather Service would be greatly appreciated. Power out in Now we're also going to be dealing with flash flood warning now for Johnson, Miami, Kansas, and Cass. That's going to be Harrisonville, Garden City. Looks like we got our cans back up working again. So, wow, look at that shelf cloud, guys. That's crazy. That is the shelf cloud that is coming into Cass and Bates County right now. A lot of cloud to ground lightning, a lot of rain, and up to 60 mile per hour winds, guys. So strongest of winds is going to be coming into Montrose, Appleton City, down to Rockville here in about 15 minutes. We also have very strong winds running from Peculiar to Harrisonville down to Garden City as well. And this camera here is just to the west of Creighton in Cass County in Dayton. And as you can see, we've got a very intense shelf cloud. That's the leading edge of the wind and the rain, maybe some pea-sized hail. And again, anybody watching the stream that has pictures, please do not send them to my Facebook account. We cannot share them to the National Weather Service. Please go to the link I've just posted here in the chat. No, that's not a funnel. This is non-tornadic here today, guys. This is all straight line winds. You can see how fast that's moving as well. And we are going to pick that up on the east cam. There's the east cam. That is the shelf cloud that is actually going over the camera right now, moving away from the camera. So, Garden City, Creighton, Urick, Montrose, Appleton City, Rockville, Nevada. You guys are going to be next ones in line of this wind bag. Quite a bit of lightning. Not intense lightning. And again, the biggest threat here is going to be strong straight line wind. But we have to respect the lightning, guys, especially with all the outdoor festivities that are ongoing right now. So we got some wind that's creating some havoc with the cams. They might have went down due to a lightning strike or strong straight line winds. So Clinton, you have about 23 minutes left before this line of storms will impact you and Old Glory Days. We've got Warrensburg in about 35 minutes. You're on the far north side of this line of storms. We've got Montrose in about 11 minutes, Deepwater in 23 minutes. We got Shell City in 12 minutes, Osceola in 39. So it looks like we might even have a little bit of hail looking at the Creighton. So again, guys, please, if you guys are have pictures, have anything like that, please go to the link. I am not going to be checking Facebook messages or anything like that here today. So I just dropped the link to our Dropbox that you guys can shoot. You guys can shoot pictures or videos over to me. Garden City, Urick, Appleton City, Shell City. You guys are next. This thing should be right over you guys momentarily. Urick, and then we got Urick, Montrose, El Dorado Springs, Leeton, Clinton, Deepwater. Warrensburg, you're on the far northern edge of this thing. We're going to see how far this bows out. You guys might just get skirted on the northern edge of this line of storms. We still have a flash flood warning that is observed, and we got to take this seriously too. This is southern Johnson County in east central Kansas, Miami County, east central Kansas, and western Cass County in west central Missouri. Now, so far, 1 to 2 inches of rain have fallen in this area. So again, if you're up in Cass County, be prepared for water over the roads. If you live near creeks, streams, know that they are going to be rising very quickly. And remember, guys, this is round one right now. We do have an opportunity to get more storms this afternoon into the evening hours from 6 p.m. till midnight. And some of those could be strong to severe as well. We are hoping that this line of storms will stabilize the atmosphere where it makes those thunderstorms maybe not as strong tonight. But we do have that potential of quite a few plans being ruined because of rain and thunderstorms in west central Missouri. But again, it's going to be scattered. Not everybody's going to be picking up these thunderstorms tonight, but so as you can see, the leading edge of this line coming into Belton, Pleasant Hill, Garden City, Urick, Montrose, Appleton, and Rockville. It does look like that the strongest of the winds right now are pushing into western Henry County, where we could see anywhere between 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. So the last couple updates have gone through our weather radios. So hopefully they have got that issue fixed. But nonetheless, make sure you have multiple means to be able to receive weather information. Thanks for the report, Matt. All right, thank you. I'll check Dropbox right now. Love Ladybug just dropped a few pictures into our Dropbox. We appreciate that. Show you guys what we're looking at. Looks like she has some downed branches there in her yard, and of course raining like nobody's business. We've got let's see here. Looks like Jamie sent in one as well. So that was a picture taken from Jamie of that shelf cloud as it was moving in. So again, appreciate you guys. Any storm damage, videos, pictures, make sure you guys shoot them over to our Dropbox. That's the interesting one. So we still have another 7 minutes left of this severe thunderstorm warning that is stretching from Pleasant Hill all the way down to Nevada. I have a feeling from what I'm looking at, they could reissue another severe thunderstorm warning, maybe to include parts of Johnson as well as Henry and St. Clair counties. Still looks like those wind speeds are right borderline with severe. So we'll see what the National Weather Service thinks. I would not be surprised. Okay, there's one right there. So Springfield did issue one. We will likely see another one come from Pleasant Hill that's going to include Johnson and maybe possibly even Henry County again. So let's go ahead and put this back. New severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch hail. So they have quarter-size hail that is confirmed down near Nevada with 70-mile-per-hour winds. So that goes for the next hour, and that's going to include the entire county of St. Clair County. So anybody that gets any hail when it is safe, we would love to see a picture of hail size, or if there's any kind of tree damage that you can safely send over a picture over to our Dropbox would be awesome. Okay, thanks, love lady. Wow. So we just have a report here of, let's go ahead and click on this. This is flooding up at Harrisonville at O'Reilly Auto Parts. They've got water coming in. This is torrential rains, guys. Torrential rains.
Can you run a track to Clinton again? They're asking.
Yeah, there's a big old
New severe thunderstorm warning. Make sure you tell them that. It's only updating every 9 minutes.
Okay.
So tell them under 10 minutes.
Right.
Under 10 minutes. So new severe thunderstorm warning right now, guys. This is going to be for
the National Weather Service in Clinton still has issued a severe thunderstorm warning.
Alright, so weather radios are working. A new severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds and nickel-sized hail. That's going to be for eastern Cass, Henry County, eastern Bates County, Pettis County, south central Saline County, southeastern Jackson County, and Johnson County in west central Missouri. That's going to be for the next hour. And it really looked like the strongest of these winds right now, stretching from about Strasburg down to just west of Clinton right now. So basically, let's go to my draw. Basically, right here are the strongest of winds right now. And they are moving in that direction. So Clinton, under 10 minutes. Probably here in about another 7 to 9 minutes. Probably expect that the Old Glory Days will likely be shut down, at least temporarily, as we have these storms that's going to be moving into Henry County. Rich Hill, they had thousands of people down there for their 4th of July celebration. So hopefully that they got word out early. We've been mentioning them for about the last hour or so. Not sure what other events are planned around west central Missouri for this afternoon, but those in line: Pleasant Hill, Warrensburg, Leeton, Windsor, Calhoun, Clinton, Deepwater, Lowry City, Osceola, El Dorado Springs, Nevada, and Stockton. So especially if anybody is down here at Stockton Lake, you guys on the far southern edge of this line of storms and the strong straight line winds, but you are still in that severe thunderstorm warning. So if you're on the lake, you need to be getting off of the lake. Let this pass before you go back out again. Same way with Truman Lake. If you know anybody that are out there celebrating the 4th of July, we need to get everybody off of the lake right now. So give them a call. If you know maybe friends, neighbors that are heading out to the lake that's already out there, make sure you tell them to bring in, go to the marina, let this thing blow through before you go back out again. And make sure, guys, if you guys can, spread the word on this. We got to spread the word. Make sure everybody that's camping at the campgrounds, that are boating, they need to know that there is a line of very intense winds that's coming their direction. I am also putting this up into the chat, guys. I'm putting this into the chat. This is Weather Call. If anybody needs a way to be able to get this weather information, no matter where you live in the world, you can sign up for our weather call alerts. And if it's severe, over 70 mile per hour, you're going to get a phone call from me, and I will be on the other end of that line. I'll put it right back up in the chat again. So that's a great service. It's about it's a little over $1 a month. It's $15 for the whole year. You get it now, it's going to cover all the severe storm season for next year as well. So it's a great service. I'm going to take those down for right now. Looks like cams are having a hard time keeping up right now. So we have some very strong winds up here coming into Kingsville and Holden and Chilhowie right now. Definitely pushing the 60 mile per hour winds up here, Kingsville and Holden. We got very strong winds right now, looking like around 50 to 55 miles per hour coming into Clinton. It has just went through Creighton and Urick. And again, severe thunderstorm watch for all of West Central Missouri until 7 o'clock tonight. And then we may have to deal with even more severe weather after 7 o'clock tonight. So down here, Lowry City, Osceola, and Roscoe, El Dorado. You guys are going to be next in line for these strong winds. And again, torrential rains. And again, I don't want to undervalue the threat for just regular cloud-to-ground lightning. We have so many outdoor events that's going on today. You need to take that seriously. If you can hear the thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. So lightning can strike over 10 miles away from the parent storm. So what I teach the kids, if you hear it roar, you head indoors. So lightning we need to take seriously, flooding we need to take seriously, and then of course these strong straight line winds. So Clinton, these storms are right on our doorstep on the west side of town. And thank you guys again very much for all of the pictures that are coming in. We send these to the National Weather Service from our Dropbox. Thank you, Dustin, for the video. Is it raining or anything outside right now?
Not yet, just winds.
Okay. So severe thunderstorm warning for the next 39 minutes in this highlighted area here. And of course that's going to be eastern Cass, Henry County, eastern Bates, Pettis County, south central Saline County, southeastern Jackson County, and Johnson County in west central Missouri. We've got Cedar County. We also have St. Clair County and Vernon County underneath a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 38 minutes. It's still showing observed quarter-size hail has been reported, likely right near the Prairie City, Rockville area. So again, this thing is dropping some quarters, very strong straight line winds, and torrential rain, guys. And again, we don't want to undervalue the flooding potential. I've already got videos of some flooding going on. They did go ahead and extend this severe thunderstorm warning over to Pettis County. So those of you, Lamont, Sedalia, Green Ridge, of course Windsor, Leeton, Chestonia, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning as well. So don't want to forget you guys. We're kind of focused on the leading edge of this line right now. Those of you that are in Johnson County, you guys have also been included in that flash flood warning. So this line of storms has a history of producing 1, 2, 3 inches of rainfall in a very short amount of time. So definitely take your precautions. If you're in the Warrensburg, Leeton, Windsor, Calhoun area, just know that there's going to be some flooding rain coming near you here over the next 20 minutes. So looks like this line of storms is getting ready to push through Clinton. And again, we got Old Glory Days going on. We do have some lightning that's out there. It's not a ton, which is good news, but we still have lightning we're dealing with and strong straight line winds. So we've got a pocket of very strong winds just to the south of Chehaui and another one just to the south of Holden right now. So these are likely 60 to 70 mile per hour winds that we're dealing with right now. So we have activated our CERT team here in Henry County. They are going to be heading out and helping people, the tents and everything at Old Glory Days. If you see we just lost power here at the courthouse. Luckily, we got backup. We are still on the air right now. So again, this is a pretty serious situation. If this was happening in June when everybody is inside, that's one thing. But we have so many outdoor plans right now. People out and about enjoying the 4th of July holiday. That's what makes this so imperative to get this word out. So again, we still have power here. We have backup power here at the courthouse in Henry County. So we will not be losing coverage of this live stream as this continues to push through Henry County. And thank you guys very much for the pictures. Got it. So we are, if you are on the square in downtown Clinton, we are allowing people to come into the first floor of the courthouse to keep everybody safe. So we got a pocket of very heavy winds just to the west of Clinton that's going to be moving into Clinton. We could be seeing in excess of 65 to 70 mile per hour winds. So again, very strong pockets of winds here, guys. We've got one that is up here just at including Holden, down along 2 Highway, down near Denton, Magnolia, Medford. We also have another pocket of very strong winds coming across 13 Highway. These winds are going to be blowing from west to east across 13 Highway if you are traveling. This is going to affect Post Oak, Shawnee Mound, Norris, and Petersburg. We also picking up a very strong wind coming into Clinton, and we're talking winds 55 to 65 miles per hour. This is right along 18 Highway. And we also have some very strong winds coming into Roscoe. This is going to be in St. Clair County. It's going to be moving up toward Osceola and Vista here over the next 15 to 20 minutes. No, Michelle. This is a strong straight line wind event. We're going to do a recap here in just a second. Just sent some pictures you guys have sent to me on our Dropbox. If you have pictures, videos, you can send them in. I just copied the link right there again to our Dropbox. We appreciate any pictures of damage. Power out in Delmar. Yep, I have sent that report in already. Alright, so they have extended that severe thunderstorm warning. You'll hear the weather radio will go off here in just a second. This is going to be for Benton County. All of Benton County, Hickory County. You guys are under this for 60 mile per hour winds and about nickel size hail. So again, that's Hickory and Benton County in Missouri. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do a little bit of a recap right now. So we have a line of very strong winds, nickel-sized hail, torrential rainfall. Right now, it is going to be coming into Warrensburg, Leeton, Calhoun, Leesville, Tightwad, Lowry City, Osceola, Roscoe, and El Dorado Springs. So that's the leading edge of this little complex of thunderstorms that's producing the severe thunderstorm warnings. So again, we need to be taking precautions. If there are anybody that's still out for 4th of July, if you're in a boat, you have to be heading into shore. If you're on Truman Lake, if you are down on Stockton Lake, now's your chance to please get to shore, hang out. This thing will go through it moving at about 50 miles per hour, and let's get these strong winds and lightning past you before you head back out onto the lakes. But everybody needs to be off the water on Truman and Stockton Lake right now. Guys, give me just 1 second here. I'm going to converse with our Director of Emergency Management here for Old Glory Days. I'll be right back with you. All right, guys. So, again, right now, if you're in Kingsville, Chehowee, Leeton, Clinton, Deepwater, Lowry City, Rockville, you guys are getting rocked by some strong winds, torrential rainfall, and maybe some hail. Looks like we do have a pretty good hail core just to the east of Rockville. And again, right along 13 Highway in between Clinton and Deepwater, there's a couple of hail cores out there. So again, we could be picking up anywhere between nickel to quarter size hail. We've had reports of both. So again, we have a let me look here. We have got so we just have an official report of 62 mile per hour winds in Calhoun. Lots of damage in Calhoun right now is what some of these reports are showing. Trees down, power poles down, and that is in Calhoun. Two transformer blue in Lowry City, thank you. So we have a tree down on a house on West Rogers Street here in Clinton. And again, we're getting several reports of power outages, trees down, limbs down, with this line of storms, and it's not showing much of the way of weakening any either as it continues its eastward trek. So again, right here at Calhoun, you can see it is now confirmed on our radar that we do have let me get this in here a little bit. We have 62 mile per hour winds, and then we also have some damage reports here. Here in Clinton. So again, these are very strong winds that are out ahead of this line of storms, guys. Next one's in line is going to be Windsor, Leesville, Tightwad, Osceola, Vista. And then eventually it's going to be moving over into parts of Pettis, Benton, and Hickory County. So those of you, if you got anything on your front porch, if you got canopies out, if you have anything like that, you guys are going to need to put those down. These are some pretty fierce winds out there. We also got reports of trees down in Johnson City as well. We got power line down on Augusta Street in Clinton. So pretty much if you live in Holden, Chehowee, Leeton, Clinton, Deepwater, Appleton City, down to El Dorado Springs, and to the east, here in west central Missouri, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60 mile per hour winds plus. And that can actually do quite a bit of damage, and we're already seeing tons of damage reports coming in right now. Thank you guys so much for all the pictures. These things are being sent over to the National Weather Service, and that is what's instigating them to continue the severe thunderstorm warnings out ahead of where you're sending those pictures from. So thank you guys very much for that. So severe thunderstorm warning still ongoing for the next 30 minutes, and that's going to include Johnson, Pettis, Henry, Benton, Hickory, St. Clair, and Cedar counties. And again, we're seeing reports of lots of limbs down, trees down, roof damage caused by this line of thunderstorms. So we are talking some very strong winds in excess of 60 miles per hour winds, some nickel-sized hail, and very, very heavy rains. We have a flash flood warning ongoing for Harrisonville. We have flash flood warning ongoing for Johnson County, including the towns of Warrensburg, Harrisonville, and Paola, Kansas. So lots of rain associated with this line of storms as well, guys. Limbs down on 3rd and Jefferson, not blocking street. Thank you for that report. Confirmed 62 in Calhoun.
Yeah, I seen it. Right.
Hi, Rach. Hi, kiddos. If you're upstairs in a courthouse, I'm down here yonder in the cellar.
the one that her kids want to come down and say hi.
So again, if you're out ahead of this line of storms, guys, if you're in the Windsor, Green Ridge, Sedalia, Cole Camp, Lincoln, Warsaw, Hermitage, Wablo, if you guys are outdoors enjoying 4th of July celebration, please make sure you know that there's a pretty intense line of storms producing 60 mile per hour plus winds and torrential rains that is heading in your direction. You are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 45 minutes. So now's the time to bring in the canopies, bring in your lawn chairs, get things kind of buttoned up and let this line of storms go through. We are hoping that this line of storms is going to help lessen the threat for any more severe weather tonight. We do have that potential. We're in a slight risk. 2 out of 5 right now for severe thunderstorms, both today and tonight. So hopefully we don't lose too many 4th of July celebrations tonight. We're hoping once this gets through here by 4 o'clock, then hopefully the atmosphere will stabilize and we're not going to have to worry about strong storms tonight, but it's still in the cards. So we're going to have to stay weather aware. Yeah, we don't need the winds, we don't need the hail, we don't need flooding rain, but we needed a good soaker, that's for sure. Do we have power on upstairs? We do? It's shut down here, and that's why I thought we lost electricity.
So on my gauge at home right now, we're at 62 miles an hour. That was our top.
So yeah, this is really kind of turning into a pretty good wind bag right now from just south of Warrensburg to Windsor, Calhoun, Leesville, Warsaw, down to Lowry City, where you guys see these light colors, the tan and orange colors. Those are likely all 60 mile per hour plus winds. And we had just a couple little areas about 20 minutes ago. Now we get what's called those rear inflow winds that are pushing that line of storms forward, and you get those intense winds on that bowing side of that line. And again, that's going to be from Warrensburg, Green Ridge, Windsor, Calhoun, Leeton, Leesville, Tightwad, and coming into Warsaw. So again, if you're on Truman Lake, this is your last ditch effort to try to get yourself over to shore. Get over to the marina, let this pass. You do not want to be out on the lake with those kind of winds coming at you. Power out near Centerview. Thank you. So Osceola to Rich Hill on B Highway. There's water over the road several feet deep in about 7 or 8 different areas. So anybody that's going to be driving from Osceola to Rich Hill on B Highway, just know that there is several areas that has water over the road. So H.O. Bartle Scout Reservation, I do know they've been hit with some winds down there right now. They're getting ready to probably get some, probably dime to nickel size hail down at H.O. Bartle Scout Reservation. So I am sure. Okay, so we had totally lost power here, guys. I don't know if you guys could drop like a 5x5 in the chat. Let me know that you are still listening to me. We just had power go out here at the courthouse. So if you would drop like a 5x5 in the chat, let me know you guys are still hearing me and seeing me right now. Let me know if you can still hear me right now. Make sure. There we go. Perfect. We didn't lose the stream, so that's good. Thank you guys. Thank you all. Just want to make sure. We did lose power here. All of our backup worked. So again, we've got very, very strong wind, power outages. All right, guys, I've got to make a phone call here real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. I might have to make a phone call. And again, guys, we've got several reports of power outages, tree limbs down, trees down. And again, this line is coming into Green Ridge, Co-Camp, Lincoln, Warsaw, Wablo, Humansville. You guys need to be, if you're on the lake, you have to be off of the lake right now. You can expect power outages, at least intermittent. This is such a wide area of over 60-mile-per-hour winds that it's, and you can see here on the screen on the right-hand side right now, guys, this, where you see the whites and the bright colors over here, this is all 60-plus mile-per-hour winds. All right, I am going to make a phone call right now. I'm going to keep everything up. I am going to call our state emergency management office here real quick, guys. All right, guys. So again, just had to contacted one of the regional coordinators for the state emergency management office. They wanted to know what we have going on down here in our area, including Cass, Bates, Henry, Johnson, and St. Clair counties. And again, in Warsaw, at Truman Lake, hopefully everybody is off the lake. It's almost right over you right now. Stockton Lake, same thing. Make sure that you are indoors. So again, this is a straight line event, straight line winds. This is non-tornadic, but very, very strong straight line winds over a vast area. So, and trust me, 60, 65 mile per hour winds can do a lot of damage over a very broad area compared to just a spin up variation tornado, a quasi linear tornado that we're kind of used to here in west central Missouri. So basically just a big swath of 60 mile per hour winds, even greater, that's moving through, that is going to be impacting Sedalia, Green Ridge, Cold Camp, Lincoln, Warsaw, Edmondson, Lakeview Heights, Cross Timbers, Hermitage, and Wablo. So we still under that severe thunderstorm warning if you are along that line or east of it for about the next 30 minutes. So they are continuing to push this severe thunderstorm warning further to the east, out ahead of this line, giving people plenty of time to prepare, to bring things inside. So again, those in Sedalia, Tipton, Versailles, Eldon, Climax Springs, Cross Timbers, Hermitage, Wablo, Pittsburgh, Humansville, and just know that the line of storms is heading your direction, packing 60 mile per hour winds. So make sure you bring your canopies inside, bring all the food in. You got to protect the food, guys. If I have one report that somebody left the hot dogs or bratwurst uncovered in the rain, I'm going to get pretty angry. I might kick you off of my page. But anyway, protect the food, protect your kid, bring everybody inside, let this pass. And it's moving at a good clip right now, so it's not going to take too awfully long to get this line past us over to the east. All right, guys. So again, a lot of stuff going on this afternoon. We're in contact with a lot of people. We started this early this morning around the 6 a.m. time frame, watching a line of storms that pushed through around the Leeton area. We watched over Old Glory Day Parade. We had some storm fire up and around Henry County. We knew this line of storms was going to be impacting us. We were hoping maybe that it would dissipate, but it's packing a huge punch. We have several damage reports out there, a lot of power outages right now. If you are at Old Glory Days, the free plug goes out to Applegate Barbecue, who is the only one that's still serving food on the historic downtown Clinton Square for Old Glory Days. So in case you want to load a baked potato or barbecue mac and cheese, just run on up and don a raincoat and grab you some barbecue. So anyway, we are not expecting. I know here in Henry County there was a lot of canopy blown over. It was kind of a mess there for a while. Nothing's canceled. Nothing that has been put to our department yet has anybody said, "Hey, we're canceling events." This was a possibility. This was going to happen today. We've been talking about it all week. We've got pretty lucky over the last couple days, and now we're dealing with 60-mile-per-hour winds and some flooding concerns in and around west central Missouri. So just kind of a recap right now. The city of Clinton, you guys are not under a severe thunderstorm anymore. A warning from the National Weather Service. Butler, Rich Hill, Nevada, that's Bates and Vernon County, you guys are not under a severe thunderstorm warning any longer. So again, we're really just concerned with the leading edge of this line of storms. It's going to be impacting Sedalia, Green Ridge, Cold Camp, Lincoln, Warsaw, Edmondson. It's also going to be including Lakeview Heights, Cross Timbers, Max Creek, Hermitage, Collins, and Humansville. And this line continues to push off to the east with a little bit of a jot to the north. So they are extending some of these warnings into the St. Louis National Weather Service forecast area. But as you can see, we still have a very large swath of 45 to 55 mile per hour winds, and there are some pockets of over 60 mile per hour winds from Lamont all the way down to Hermitage right now. So those are where the strongest of the winds are located. And thank you guys very much for all of the pictures. I am trying to save these. Mark, can you tell me where Camp Palestine is at?
We'll find it.
Chilhowie.
Chehawi? At Johnson County. All right, so Cold Camp, Lincoln, Warsaw, you guys are getting hit with some of these gusty winds, 45 to 50 mile per hour. Some pockets of even a little bit higher gust. So again, we appreciate all the pictures. I'm constantly sending these pictures over to the National Weather Service. Power's out. Truman Lake, 9 miles east of Lowry City. Thank you. Power out in Warsaw. So again, we can. I have a feeling we are probably dealing with a lot of power outages. You can go to subbiesweathertalk.com and you can click on the Extreme West Central Missouri Weather Info, and you can check out power outages currently. Evergy right now has over 10,743 people without power, especially between Clinton and Garden City. They have a big influx of people right there that are currently out. Over 2,000 people without power in that stretch of 7 highway. We can go to Osage Valley. Osage Valley right now is currently showing over 1,546 customers without power, mainly in the Cass County area. We have a few in Henry as well as Bates County right now. Como, they're out a little bit further to the east. They do have a few down in the Benton County area. Looks like they have about 30 customers out right now. We have Sac Osage Co-op. They have 474 people without power right now, concentrating really down around 13 highway, right around the Lowry City area. West Central Missouri Co-op, they currently have over 3,200 people without power, mainly centered just on the west side of Warrensburg right now, where they have those power outages. So again, guys, we have to be prepared for at least some intermittent power outages with this line of storm. So luckily we're during the day, but make sure you wear your shoes, make sure that you have backup power sources, have your phone fully charged. So just expect some power outages as this windbag continues to push off to the east. Looks like it's going to be heading over toward Morgan County and Eldon, Versailles, up to Tipton. This line of storms will be pushing through. Now, for the rest of Johnson County, you guys are going to be under that flash flood warning. Remember, we saw some footage earlier of the O'Reilly Auto Parts being having water rushing in underneath their door. Several reports of flooding up in Johnson County, but you are not under a severe thunderstorm warning no longer. Henry County, we still have some showers out there right now, but again, we dropped temperature down to 70, and we are not under a severe thunderstorm warning. Bates, Vernon County, Cass County, you guys are not under a severe thunderstorm warning any longer either, as this line of storms continues to push off to the east. If anybody has any damage reports, any at all, I just dropped the link to our Dropbox right there in chat. Please utilize that to send any pictures or videos of storm damage that we can pass on to the National Weather Service. I just sent that, Teresa. I'll put it on there one more time. You can click the link. You don't have to be a paid member of Dropbox or anything. You can just send that. So, and again, for this cell that's moving over into Morgan County, and of course 70 mile per hour observed. We have very strong winds that's going to be heading into parts of Versailles, Gravois Mills, Osage Beach, Lynn Creek, Max Creek, Hermitage, Eldon. So I know we have a couple of people in Eldon, and just know that there's some very strong winds out ahead of this line. And it just continues to be rather impressive on this wind bag. The very broad area of very strong winds, 60 to 70 mile per hour. So yeah, it's almost past Osceola there, Keaton. So you guys are on the southern edge of this line. The biggest threat right now extends from just south of Sedalia, really almost runs parallel with 65 highway, but just south of Sedalia down to Versailles, down to Hermitage. In this area, let me put my pin on right here. So this right here is the area that has the most intense winds right now, and it's pushing off to the east. So anywhere along this line and just behind it, that's where we're seeing those 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. So we give it about another 30 minutes, this line will probably be completely out of west central Missouri into central Missouri. And again, what we're hoping for is that this line of storms is going to help stabilize the atmosphere, because we are expecting another line of storms to come in this evening between 6 p.m. and midnight. It could be severe, about the same type of setup, but we are hoping for all of the events planned for tonight that we're going to be able to stabilize the atmosphere enough to keep those to a minimum. But we're going to have to stay weather aware as we go into this evening for that possibility. Yeah, outside of just a couple leftover showers, Larry City is good to go. Gabriel, let's see here, or Michelle. So what damage are you talking about, hon? Oh, on Elm Street here in Clinton? So, what kind of damage are you talking about? Is it if it's something that's like blocking the roadways or down maybe on your house, something like that, then yes, you can call the probably call the non-emergency police line. You can contact them, let them know. But if it's not, and in situations like this, unless if it's a life-threatening type of scenario, they're taking a lot of calls right now. So and again, a lot of power outages, guys. They're still coming in. Just had another one, no power in Brownington right now. And with a lot of activities and stuff, guys, that's going on tonight, and we're going to be sampling the atmosphere. We're going to see how primed it is for potential of future thunderstorm development for this evening. If you're going to be out and about, please, please, please have multiple ways to receive that information. We had reports from the National Weather Service. Weather radios did not initially activate earlier. We've had a few come through the weather radio since then. But again, you have to have multiple ways to protect yourself. And in order to do that, you have to have more ways than just a weather radio to get those warnings. So for a little over $1 a month, $15 a year, guys, this will take you all the way through next storm season. I'm posting this up here on our chat. That is to Weather Call Next Gen. And again, guys, it's one of the best services out there, hands down. And again, there's a QR code. If you're watching this on TV, you can open up your camera, hover over that QR code. It'll take you right to the link. And again, you're going to get text, email with any warnings, watches, or advisories. And then, of course, if it's a very intense warning, like a tornado warning, 80-mile-per-hour winds, you're going to get a phone call day or night, and you're going to hear me on the other end telling you how you can protect yourself and what warning that you are under wherever you are at. It doesn't make any difference if you live in Miami, Florida, or if you're in Seattle, Washington. Power out, Warsaw near high school. Light branches down, lots of thunder and lightning. Thank you. Well, we're not going to have a timeline tonight. It's going to be from 6 p.m. till midnight. We could have some very strong storms initiate. There's not going to be really a more exact timeline than that. But we're going to have to go back after this line passes through, see how much the atmosphere can recover to initiate those storms. What we're hoping is that here we are almost 2 o'clock already, kind of in the heat of the day, and we're 68 degrees here in Clinton. It's going to take a lot to get that atmosphere primed for more thunderstorms tonight. So that's what we're hoping for. Oh, thank you, Pat. It alerted them on the way to Sedalia. Perfect. So again, any friends, family, if you're traveling, you have family in California, Versailles, Gravois Mills, or if you're down the Lake of the Ozarks, down around Osage Beach, Camden, Lenz Creek, just know that this line of storms is still producing up to 70-mile-per-hour winds that's heading your direction. So, Lake of the Ozarks, it's time to be getting off the water right now. Go and let this line get past. So I don't know if Ethan is online tonight or not, but him and his family had moved over just south of Jefferson City. So this line of storms is heading your direction, Ethan. So make sure you pay attention to radar. And again, it's packing some serious punch when it comes to strong straight line winds. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning that is for the next hour for 60-mile-per-hour winds that have been observed near Sedalia. So those up Lamont, Sedalia, Hughesville, Otterville, Pilot Grove, Prairie Home, you have a severe thunderstorm warning for the next hour up in your area. And we definitely can see that here on our velocity radar. A pocket of pretty strong wind just to the south of Sedalia. that is going to be moving off here towards Smithton, Otterville, Syracuse, and Tipton. So Stover, you guys aren't out of it yet. You still have some strong winds that's going to be pushing through your area. Cole Camp, Lakeview Heights, Edmondson, Climax Springs, very strong wind down here near Max Creek. This is just southeast of Climax Springs. Very strong winds down in that area, probably in the 60 to 70 mile per hour wind range. Now, radar is showing about 80 to 85 mile per hour wind, but you have to remember, because the earth is round, that the further away you get from the radar site, the higher up in atmosphere that it's actually projecting. So not all of those winds are likely hitting the surface, but we can probably expect better than 60 mile per hour winds there near Max Creek. And thanks again, guys, for all the pictures. This is so beneficial for the National Weather Service. So we do have still utility companies saying there's several down tree limbs and wires in the Uric, Missouri area. Leeton, Missouri. Looks like there's quite a bit of damage up in the Leeton area. We got several pictures of probably 3 to 4 5-inch tree limbs down. So a lot of wind coming through here in Johnson and Henry County both. Thanks, Christopher. You know, the cold front might feel good right now, but I got a sneaking suspicion that once we get the sun back out, you're going to be able to take a shower out there with the moisture and the humidity. Yes, Clinton and Henry County, we are not under a warning right now. We're still under a severe thunderstorm watch till 7 o'clock, and we're just going to have to wait and see how much the atmosphere recovers. Thanks for the report, Caitlin. So for those of you that are still up on the Clinton Square right now, of course we have, I do know we have Applegate Barbecue still serving. We also have the TLC Smokehouse, and they are also serving up some fantastic barbecue there from the Lutheran Church here in Henry County, here in Clinton. So make sure that you visit Old Glory Days. It's not canceled. We went through some strong winds. We got everybody and everything kind of up, back and going. We enacted our CERT team. That is a new community emergency response team that our director Mark Harden and I put together. They went out, helped get everything set back up again. So make sure you guys know, and I'm sure Rich Hill, one of the biggest 4th of July celebrations here in the western half of the state, they're still ongoing. We went through some strong straight line winds, went through some hail, but you know what? There's one reason why we're celebrating 250 great years of our independence here in the United States, and that's because it's always based on neighbor helping neighbor and helping each other out. That's something that as a community, I know here in West Central Missouri, we do better than just about any group that I have ever seen. So everything is still on. Don't let this scare you from enjoying West Central Missouri's 4th of July festivities. You know, I'm going to be here giving you guys the latest information as we go throughout the day and the evening tonight. So the strongest winds right now, guys, are pretty much with the exception of southeast Pettis County, and that's going to be down here around Smithton, W Highway, M Highway, U Highway, as you move over into the next county line, Otterville, Syracuse, Stover, Versailles. But for the most part, most of West Central Missouri now, we have all of the strong straight line winds well to the east of us right now. And we're just kind of left over with some clouds and some rain showers. Hopefully, these little rain showers and the cloud cover will stay with us for most part of the afternoon, because that is actually going to help inhibit storm formation later on here this afternoon and tonight, in which we have tons of events planned for our 4th of July celebrations across West Central Missouri. So again, lots of damage reports coming in right now. We have one report of a very large, probably an 8 to 10 inch branch in Calhoun, Missouri that is down. I will show you guys. Thank you, Miss Kelly, for Kelly Marriott, for shooting that picture over to us. Lots of limbs you can see out there in the front yard there. So thank you very much for that. We will get that sent over to the National Weather Service as well. All right, so let's do a little recap right now. So the strongest of the winds right now is basically from just east of Sedalia over to Otterville, Tipton, to Eldon, Missouri, to Osage Beach, down to Camington. You guys are getting ready to get into some of those very strong winds, and down to Max Creek, which we looked just a little bit ago, had definitely 60 to 65 mile per hour winds that was heading into Max Creek. So that's where the strongest of the winds currently are. So for Benton County right now, you guys are still getting some lightning, some thunder, some moderate rain, but the winds are done now for Benton County. And of course, St. Clair, Henry, Johnson, Missouri, Cass, Bates, and Vernon counties, you guys are in good shape right now too. We're all still under that severe thunderstorm watch till 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to be watching for redevelopment later on tonight as a cold front tries to push through west central Missouri, and we're just hoping that this is going to help stabilize the atmosphere, so we keep those thunderstorms from initiating, or they won't be near as severe, since we are sitting at 2 o'clock this afternoon and we're still under some cloud cover, some light showers, and temperatures, you know, in the low 70s throughout west central Missouri. So I think that's going to help with our severity of storms for tonight, which the setup for tonight is almost exactly what we just went through. 60 plus mile per hour winds and small hail. That's going to be the biggest threat, along with some torrential rainfall and cloud to ground lightning that we do not need with all of the activities planned for this evening on July 4th. Hey Corey, all good and clear here at Wax's Slabs on downtown square of Clinton, Missouri. So I throw my own little plug in there. So Sports Card Shop is open on the west side of the historic downtown Clinton Square, 107 South Washington Street. So Power Out Sedalia on South Barrett Avenue. Thank you, Linda. We're going to take a look at the power outages here in just a second off of our website at subbyweathertalk.com. Another big thanks got to go out to KDKD 95.3, where you know, they allow me to be able to stream on multiple platforms. A big thanks to Wilder RV Of course, we do all this in light of the Wilder RV Weather Center, and of course, Family Safe Storm Shelters. These guys are awesome. They're down in Republic, Missouri. They do. If you're wanting an indoor storm shelter inside your house, or you want an exterior storm shelter into the ground, these guys do it all, and they are local and USA made, and we got to make sure we show them some love. They also help sponsor our live streams with KDKD. So big thanks to all of our sponsors as well. So, new severe thunderstorm warning coming out. Now, this is off to the east of west central Missouri, but I know there's a lot of people in our area and in this area that follow Subby's Weather Talk. They might be traveling to Lake of the Ozarks. This has a considerable damage threat assessment to it. 70-mile-per-hour winds, penny-size, quarter-size hail, 1-inch hail, quarter-size. For the next 1 hour, and that's going to be for Lake of the Ozarks, Camington, Osage Beach, Lynn Creek, all the way up toward Bagnell, Eldon, Barnett, and Tuscumbia. So if you are heading in this direction, just make sure that you guys know you got some very strong winds that's going to be moving into your area. So right now in the Stockton area, James, you guys are in good to go down there in the Cedar County area. And again, you guys are behind this line that's been producing those strong straight line winds. But I would encourage all of you guys to stay up with the updates. You guys know I'm going to be following it all afternoon and evening, and just know in the back of your mind that there is that potential to see redevelopment along a cold front as it pushes through this evening between 6 p.m. and midnight. So another confirmed report down here at Atro Bartle Scout Camp, 63 miles per hour winds at Atro Bartle. So haven't heard of any damage down there, but rest assured, if you're a parent that has a child down there at Atro Bartle Scout Reservation near Iconium, Missouri, someplace I've spent many days and hours down into, they do have certified FEMA storm shelters at each campsite, and they do take severe weather very seriously. And know that your kids are in good shape, that they were protected from those strong straight line winds, and hopefully there's just not too much damage down there at Boy Scout Camp. So let's take a look at our power outages. You can go to Subby'sWeatherTalk.com, go to Extreme West Central Missouri weather information. You have all your road conditions and all of your power outage maps. Evergy right now looks like they have 9,303 people without power right now, really kind of centered here kind of in west central Missouri. We have Osage Valley right now. They're currently showing over close to 1,700 people without power, mainly in the Cass County and Henry County domain, especially kind of west of Clinton along 18 Highway. And take a look at Cass County. They're dealing with a lot of power outages up there in Cass County, Missouri, with Osage Valley. And a big kudos to all the linemen. You guys got to remember, your power's out. They're dispatching their crews on July 4th holiday, going out and getting your power restored. So if you see a lineman today, make sure you tell them thank you. They're taking time out of their family time and holiday festivities to make sure you and I both have electricity. So co-op Connect look like they have about 1,100 people without power, and this is just right at the leading edge of this line coming into Osage Beach and Camington. So we're likely going to see this number go up quite a bit as this line of storms move into the Lake of the Ozarks. Sac Osage is sitting at about 1,100 people without power, mainly in St. Clair County, where they cover, especially up there right around Atro Bartle Scout Reservation. And of course, we had that report, 62 mile per hour winds at camp. And of course, that's where we see the cluster of power outages at. So I'm sure there's several power lines that are down caused by the wind. And West Central Co-op off to the east just a little bit. They have quite a few still, 3,300 people without power. And this is mainly just west and south of Warrensburg. So again, guys, tons of power outages. You're going to have to expect that if you are out in ahead of this line from Tipton to Eldon, down to Osage Beach, Lynn Creek, Camington, and then off toward Central Missouri. So again, I appreciate everybody sending in all the pictures. Man, that's a huge help. I send those over to the National Weather Service, and they can issue these warnings out ahead to warn people, hey, this is serious. We got 60 plus mile per hour winds. It's causing damage. So thank you guys for those pictures. And again, I am going to put this back up here again. And we are and for later on tonight, if you're going to be out and about, guys, again, I'm throwing this back up here one more time. Please take advantage of it. And again, it is one of the best services out there, hands down. It's $15 a year. You sign up now, you're covered all the way through storm season next year. You will get text messages, you'll get emails whenever there's watches, warnings, advisories going on. If it's a tornado warning, 70, 80 mile per hour winds, you're going to get a phone call. I don't care if it's 3 in the morning, and you're going to hear my voice. I'm going to tell you what warning you are under and how to protect yourself. So again, it's a great service, a little over $1 a month. So I put that up there in the chat. You can click on it, take you right to where you can get more information and sign up right there. So again, Lair's saved lives, guys. I cannot stress that enough. So Lair's saved lives just like today. National Weather Service sent us a message. They said they're having a hard time getting warnings out on weather radios. Weather radios are phenomenal. They're important. Every household should have a weather radio, but you have to have more than just one means to get that life-saving information. And Weather Call is the place to go. So make sure you guys get a chance, sign up. We do have that threat for the possibility of more thunderstorm development this evening, 6 p.m. to midnight time frame, and that's going to be a lot of functions are going to be going on across west central Missouri. So I'll be updating on all social media platforms. I'll be going live if we get any strong storms develop this afternoon and into this evening. But again, have a means to be able to get that weather information. And Weather Call Next Gen, that is the service to get, and well worth $15 a year to keep you and your family protected. And if you're traveling, you're going down to Springfield or Branson for the night, you can click the Find Me button, and it's going to put a dome over you and protect you wherever you're at, let you know if you are under any kind of watches, warnings, or advisories. So and thank you guys very much for all of the You guys are so awesome. You guys really help fund our streams here. Thank you, TJ. I want to thank Jesse. Thank you guys for tipping over to Subby's Weather Talk. It's been doing this for a few years. I see the importance of making sure everybody has a means to be able to get that information when we have severe weather in the area. So thank you guys very, very much for the support. Hey, absolutely. Absolutely. And again, it's really, really tough. I try to take care of West Central Missouri, but I do know we have several followers out here in the Lake of the Ozarks area, down near Bolivar, and up north in the KC metro area, and we try to keep everybody covered, let them know what's going on at least. And again, down Lake of the Ozarks, a hot spot right now, 4th of July weekend, huge fireworks displays planned for down there. And again, we've got that very strong straight line winds, 70 mile per hour plus winds expected near Bagnell, Lake of the Ozarks, Osage Beach, Camington. And again, we need to make sure everybody stays off the lake, let this thing pass. Try to give you guys as much advance warning as we can. But pretty good little hail core going over 54 highway right now, just to the southeast of the village of Four Seasons there on 54. Bagnell is right on 54 highway, been in that area many, many times. Camington, you're out of that hail core. But primarily up around Osage Beach, up near Tuscumbia on 52 highway. But that's really kind of the focal point right now of this line of storms we've got from Eldon down to Camington. That's really the strongest part of what's left over of this line of storms. This is kind of losing its punch. We were kind of expecting this line to be doing this in eastern Kansas, kind of starting to break apart a little bit, but it's taking it all the way into central Missouri, and luckily right now still just south of East Olson over there, just south of Jefferson City. Another very supportive member of Subby's Weather Talk, just moved him and his family out that way. So here in West Central Missouri, guys, in our 8 counties that we primarily serve, severe threat is over for all of us right now. Now, severe thunderstorm watch till 7 o'clock tonight. We are going to be monitoring this all afternoon and into the evening if necessary. I will be updating on all of our social media platforms, our Subby's Weather Talk Facebook group, Subby's West Central Missouri advisory page, and my KDKD 95.3 Facebook page. We are going to be continuing to update people as we go through the afternoon, crossing our fingers that this very intense line of storms have weakened the ability for more thunderstorms this afternoon into this evening, where we have lots of plans for this evening across West Central Missouri, hopefully to eliminate thunderstorm initiation along the cold front, or at least being able to mitigate them down where they are not severe. So regardless, I'm going to be watching this very, very closely. I will tell you guys right here that I do believe that I am going to probably end the live stream here momentarily. I don't think I'm leaving anybody behind that are followers here at Subby's Weather Talk. And again, we've got very strong winds and very, very heavy rains coming in through Tipton, California, down to Brumley, Osage Beach, Lake of the Ozarks, Camington. But again, these are going to be non-tornadic, guys. That's an important thing. It doesn't necessarily mitigate the urgency to get that information out, because a big, wide swath of 60-mile-per-hour winds can do a lot of damage. But this is not tornadic kind of weather. This is typical straight line wind, summertime cluster of thunderstorms. So we don't have to worry about a tornado threat, but strong straight line winds and hail to the size of quarters, which is 1 inch, is what we are going to be watching for along this leading edge that is moving into central Missouri near Jefferson City. So again, very strong winds. Expect a lot of power outages, guys. We've already seen it here in west central Missouri. So Tipton, California, Eldon, Osage Beach, Camden, Lynn Creek, over near Iberia, just be prepared to lose power, at least intermittently, because those winds, all it takes is knock over a 3-inch tree branch out of a tree and hit a power line, and you're without power. And these kind of winds can definitely do that. So just be prepared for power outages. And again, guys, have multiple ways to get weather information, especially since a lot of people are going to be out and about tonight. And, you know, I'll put this up one last time. That's Weather Call Next Gen. That's $15 a year, and you're going to be protected wherever you go when you carry your cell phone, in which, if you're like me, mine never leaves my hip. So have multiple means to get weather information tonight, guys. Check out here, check the messages a little bit. Tipton, Lynn breaking power, been flickering for about 15 minutes. It did here too. And, you know, with those winds coming into Tipton and California, you know, Kristen, you gotta prepare that, just because it's flickering, there's a good chance, that you might lose power for a little bit. So just make sure you're prepared for that. Okay, guys, so those in the Tipton area, Iberia, Camden, Lynn Creek, Lake of the Ozarks, again, you guys need to be prepared for some very strong straight line winds of 70 miles per hour. These are going to be non-tornadic thunderstorms that's going to be coming into you. So you don't have to worry about that. Just make sure you bring in things off your porch. If you got a canopy set up for a barbecue, pull those in. We need to make sure that we get everything inside that can be blown around. All right, guys. So what I am going to do now is I am going to go ahead and we are going to go ahead and end this live stream for right now. I'm going to get with my colleagues and we are going to take a look at this evening's setup. As we go over the next couple hours, we'll see if we're looking at the potential to see any thunderstorm development along a cold front that will be moving through west central Missouri this evening and into the overnight. It's a very weak cold front, but it could serve just enough lifting to create some thunderstorms. Hopefully the atmosphere has settled down enough where it's good and stabilized and we won't get these severe thunderstorms this evening. But I'm going to be taking a look at all that. I'll be updating. Make sure you're a member of Stubby's Weather Talk group. It is private. I will let you in there, but that's a great way to be able to keep the spammers and the bots and stuff out of our group. There's no place for them in Stubby's Weather Talk. So make sure you guys follow all the updates. Have multiple means to get weather information. Again, I'm pushing that a lot tonight because many of us are going to be out and about tonight. So a great way to keep yourself protected at all times, and that's with Weather Call Next Gen. The link is down into the chat. You can go down and click on that link. It'll take you right there. So we'll be updating for the potential of seeing more storms tonight. Again, we're crossing our fingers that these storms that we just endured are going to stabilize the atmosphere, but we still in a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe storms for this evening between 6 p.m. and midnight. And we'll be watching that down here at Wilder RV Weather Center, and we'll be bringing you the latest information. So guys, have a great rest of your afternoon. Happy 4th of July, for crying out loud. And don't let just a little setback keep you and your family from enjoying our 250th anniversary of our independence. Have a great afternoon, guys.